Good afternoon. We're back with more Marvel Champions, and today we'll be playing Hawkeye against Crossbones, the first scenario of the Rise of the Red Skull expansion. Later I'll play a Rise of the Red Skull campaign, but for now we're just testing out how good Hawkeye is. I'll probably play the campaign with Spider-Woman. Here we're just playing against Crossbones on expert difficulty, and we want to see what Hawkeye can do and what he can't do. So let's get the deck shuffled up. Got an experimental weapons deck. That's these 4 cards. We've got Crossbones. We got Crossbones machine gun. And we got to reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck, which after shuffled is attached to the villain. After the villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from hand. So let's get our Hawkeye hand. This seems fine. There's not much reason to discard Hawkeye's bow right now, even though I can get it back, because you still have to spend a resource to get it back, so it's like, doesn't really matter one way or the other. We'll just get started with this. Get Hawkeye's bow out. And let's see. Crossbones Phase 2 has 14 HP. Could just go with, let's see, I could go 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird, but then I wouldn't have anything to do with the last card. Or we could go 1, 2 for Squirrel Girl, deal 1 damage, and then 1 for Quinjet. And we'll flip over to Hawkeye, deal 3 damage, deal 1 damage for Squirrel Girl, and then we'll draw 5 and ready up. So 1 threat. Crossbones will attack Squirrel Girl. He's not going to be attacking and damaging me, so I don't have to discard a card. When Crossbones attacks you, so he still does this when he attacks me because he's attacking me, but then the ally steps in. There's no requirement that he attacks and damages me, so it's going to be 2 ammo counters off of, or 1 ammo counter off the machine gun. Discard a card and take the boost cards as indirect damage. So that's 1, 2. And then he's going to get a normal boost card in his attack on Squirrel Girl. And then we've got an encounter card, which is Hydra Soldier. Okay, so for the hero turn, 1 token on Quinjet. We can use Power of Leadership. So I could play Hawkeye and Sonic Arrow, or I could just play Nick Fury, or I could play Rapid Response then Sonic Arrow. Let's go Hawkeye. Let's go either Sonic Arrow or Rapid Response. I think I'm going to go Rapid Response. And we'll use Hawkeye and other Hawkeye, Girl Hawkeye and Guy Hawkeye to kill the Hydra Soldier. Which is going to deal me an encounter card. Then we'll draw 5. So 1 threat. Crossbones attacks. It's gonna deal 2 indirect damage. Doesn't say you discard this when it's used. And that's gonna be 2 damage. So rip Girl Hawkeye. And then we have 2 encounter cards coming, which are Hydra Jet Trooper. He's got quick strikes. Let's attack for 2. And the obligation. Just gonna flip him. Okay, so that deals with Crossbones' machine gun. 1 token on Quinjet. Did I want a rapid response Hawkeye, Girl Hawkeye back into play? Yeah, I don't really think so. Here we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, get out Goliath. And we'll just thwart for 2. Or do I want to use him to attack for 3 on the Jet Trooper? I think I want to attack for 3. So that's 2 damage to him. And then do I want to flip over? I think I'm going to stay in Alter Ego. Okay, just needed to reset the view there. I'm going to stay in Alter Ego. And we'll draw 5. So we got 1 threat, which is going to complete phase 1 of the scheme. Phase 2, reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. Villain gains retaliate 1. Okay. Forgot to ready my cards. So Crossbones gets an attack here. Now he's just attacking for 2. Actually, he's going to scheme. So he schemes for... If you are in hero form, the villain attacks you, or not in hero form. So he just schemes for 2. And then we got an encounter card, which is Weapon Master. The villain schemes. He does have a weapon attachment, so this is going to surge. Schemes for 4. It's going to complete phase 2. Another experimental weapons card. +1 scheming and +1 attack, and then that last encounter card surged into discard 1 card from the top of the encounter deck, place 1 additional threat here for each boost icon. It's going to be 1. Okay, well that was a good turn for the villain. So 1 token on Quinjet. We'll recover. We'll flip. We'll use, let's see. I want to use vision here. Let's see, it requires lightning and science. Lightning, science, and strength. I think I would like to electric arrow. And then maybe make the call for Maria Hill. So let's make the call for Maria Hill first, since that draws a card. I could get out vision as well, but then I wouldn't be able to electric arrow. So let's electric arrow with Hawkeye's bow, 3 damage and a stun. It's just gonna retaliate for 1. I think I'm gonna use Goliath's once per phase to buff his attack to 6, and we'll push the villain into phase 3, which will retire Goliath. Reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. It's going to be the last one. The attack gains ranged. So that means it goes over retaliate and he gets +1 attack. We use Maria Hill to thwart. And I think I will actually forgot to rapid response Goliath back, but I did want to do that. And then I can go ahead and attack again. Or actually we'll use Goliath to thwart here. And we'll Chuck make the call and draw 4. So can I deal 16 damage? I've got a lot of damage on the table. And with Vibranium Arrow, maybe. So 1 threat, remove stun, 1 encounter card. Madam Hydra. Okay. So how much damage do I have? I get +1 on Quinjet, so I can get out Vision for free. I don't have a lightning resource except Vibranium Arrow, so I can do 6, 7, 8, 9. +5 is 14. Yeah, I can just finish it off right now. So 2, 3, +4 to Goliath. It's 5. 3 for Hawkeye. Vibranium Arrow for 6. And that will finish off the villain. Now they got some retaliate damage to deal out, but it just goes on the allies who died anyway. And 1 on Hawkeye. Actually 2 on Hawkeye because he basic attacked. So, other than that, no problems. A relatively easy scenario, I think. So, as that was probably not a very good evaluation of Hawkeye, we'll also throw him against Ultron, I think, and we'll see how he does with Expert Ultron. Okay, so we got Expert Ultron loaded up. Let's get the deck shuffled. We'll throw away Iron Man, draw 1, and we'll go ahead and get our drone, and then we'll use Hawkeye. Throw away probably Goliath at this point to grab Hawkeye's bow. Get Hawkeye's bow out. So I can do Squirrel Girl. Let's get out Squirrel Girl, 1 damage, and then we'll get out Wonder Man. Can't attack with Wonder Man, can attack with Squirrel Girl, and can attack with Hawkeye, and draw 5. So 1 threat, 1 drone incoming, 1 attack, 1 encounter card. Nope, 2 more encounter cards. Ultron attacks you, so that brings in another drone. And actually the drone should have had an attack before. So Ultron attacks for 2, 4. That's going to discard 4. And we got 1 more encounter card after that, which is Advanced Ultron Drone. Okay, rough turn. Probably just play Vision here. Get Vision out. We'll use Wonder Man to thwart, and we'll attack the drones. So 1 threat, 1 drone, 1 attack. Two damage, and then 1 encounter card, which is another drone. So I could really use that explosive arrow back. What do I do here? Well, I probably have to flip at some point. So let's go electric arrow. Except I can't do that because the guard is in the way. So use vision and Hawkeye to deal with the guard, which brings in another drone. Then we'll electric arrow the boss and stun him. And then we'll flip. We'll play Quinjet. Draw 6. So 1 threat, villain schemes. Brings in another drone. And each of the drones get the scheme. And we got an encounter card, which is 1 damage to each friendly character. That's going to kill vision. Well, gonna have to go looking for explosive arrow, I think. Draw 3. Didn't find it, so this attempt is probably over. I'll recover. Use Nick Fury to take out a drone. Get out War Machine. Use him to take out a drone. And then we'll just draw 5. Which is going to deck me. So 1 threat, which brings in a drone, then scheming for 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts us into the final countdown. So that's going to be a concede. So not really competitive. I don't know if it was a bad draw, but really Hawkeye just has decent CC, but inability to remove threat, weak defense, no ability to ready himself. But we'll put him against, we'll go back to the Rise of the Red Skull and try out scenario 2 on expert difficulty and see how that goes. Okay, so here is Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man gains the trait of each environment in play. When revealed, if super absorbing power is in play, deal 1 encounter card to each player. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for super absorbing power and reveal it. There it is. He gains ice, metal, stone, and wood. Discard from the encounter deck until an environment is discarded. Put that card into play and shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. There's the environment, abandoned facility. It's put it into play, not reveal it, so it doesn't surge. After Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack against you, discard 1 resource icon from your hand. 2 resource icons instead if there are 5 or more delay counters on the main scheme. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 delay counter here. When an environment enters play, discard each other environment in play. If stage 1 is complete, the players lose the game. Starts with 2 threat. Okay, interesting. It's the first time I've seen this scenario. So, let's get started. First time I've played this scenario, I should say. I do have the Rise of the Red Skull campaign sitting on my shelf, but I have not opened it yet. Deal 1 encounter card to each player. Yeah, okay, don't need to do that. Okay, so let's get started. We'll discard, make the call. Expert Marksman. Well, I don't really want to discard any of these to find Hawkeye's bow. We'll check Wonder Man. Where are you, bow? Okay. So we'll get the bow out. Definitely want Hawkeye's quiver, that is very strong. Definitely want expert marksman, very strong. We'll use Hawkeye's quiver to look at the top 5 for an arrow event. That'll be vibranium arrow. Or actually explosive arrow is better. So we'll bring that. It doesn't say to shuffle afterwards, right? No, okay. And then we'll use expert marksman to play cable arrow and take out this super absorbing power. After flipping over to hero mode, we'll deal 3 damage to Absorbing Man. So you don't want undefended attacks with the abandoned facility. And he gains the metal trait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 1 threat and 1 delay counter. And then there's going to be an attack, which Hawkeye will defend. So the attack goes for 3. If Absorbing Man has stone or wood, he does not. Currently he just has metal. So attacks for 3, that's 2 damage, and then we get an encounter card, which is the villain schemes, and he's going to scheme for 4. Hawkeye's nemesis threat. Let's see. I mean, I could just put him into phase 3 right here. Well, no, I can't vibranium arrow twice because he's exhausted from the attack. Let's use Hawkeye's quiver. No arrow events. Let's go ahead and just get out Iron Man. How do you get those delay counters off of there? Currently unknown. We'll use Iron Man to thwart though. Then we'll draw 5. So 1 threat, 1 attack. That will go on Hawkeye for 2 damage. And then 1 encounter card, which is Shadows of the Past. That's going to bring in Marked for Death, Crossfire. When revealed, the Clint Barton player searches their hand, deck, discard pile, and player area for Mockingbird and places her face up beneath this card. When the stage is defeated, return Mockingbird to her owner's hand. Don't think she's going to be rescued. He's got quick strike, so he does 2 damage. Okay, this is a situation for Hawkeye. Use the quiver. Grab Sonic Arrow, I think. Or maybe it's explosive. I really could use a cable arrow. So I don't have any way to deal with that 5 threat. I can do 3. No, I can do 2. That's it. Ugh. So his nemesis side scheme is a lot of threat, which is his weakness. That is mean. I guess we'll grab Sonic Arrow. Doesn't go to hand, it goes to the quiver. We'll use Hawkeye's bow, Sonic Arrow, 3 damage and a confuse. We'll use Iron Man to deal 2 to Crossfire. Power of Leadership for rapid response. Power of Leadership for Quinjet. And we'll flip over to Alter Ego and draw 6. Oh wait, I can also expert mark. No, I can't. I don't have an action available for that. Okay. So 1, 2, and the villain's not going to scheme. He's confused. Crossfire will scheme for 1. Then we got an encounter card. So I've forgotten the delay tokens twice. And we got Sniper Shot. Place 3 threat on the main scheme, and that's going to end this attempt. Okay, well, we saw Cross-Eye take on Crossbones, and then not even close on Ultron on Expert, and I would not say he was that close on Absorbing Man either. And you can see that when he gets a lot of threat to deal with, he really just has no way to deal with it. And if you go with Justice, well, Justice's threat removal currently is not that great. Because it's inefficient, you usually don't get 2 threat removal per resource spent. You usually get something like 1.2 or 1.5. And Hawkeye's threat removal built into his kit is very lackluster. So, yeah, removing 9 threat or 5 from Marked for Death is very not easy. He's gonna be like a multiplayer, fun-focused hero, I think, because of the deficiencies in his kit. So, probably not one that is... I wouldn't say he's never going to get strong, but he would need a lot of help from future hero packs in order to be a good, true solo hero. So, thank you for watching.